What is money? What makes for a good currency? As Robert Breedlove states, there are 5 properties that a good currency should have. Divisibility, the ability to change your $10 into smaller bills and or coins. Portability, the ability to transfer the currency from point A to point B. Durability, the money should be resistant to physical deterioration. You can see how it would be hard if you used apples for money. You would put your apples in a vault and they would rot over time. Therefore, they're not durable. Recognizability. How easy is it to verify real money from fake money? And finally, scarcity. How resistant is it to manipulation and dilution over time? For a long time, in many countries across the world, gold was used as the main currency and store of value. If you think about it, gold is really durable. It lasts for a long time. There are tests to see if gold is real or fake. It's pretty scarce as it's not easy to mine new gold. And gold is a pretty soft metal, so you can make coins and jewelry out of it, so it's fairly divisible. However, gold suffers from a really big drawback. It's not very portable. If you want to transport a large amount of wealth from one country to another, it takes a lot of energy and it's not instant. So that's why banknotes came into currency. You would store your gold in a bank and a clerk would give you a banknote that was as good as gold. The problem with this is that it relies on the people issuing the banknotes not to give away more banknotes that are backed by the gold. We saw though, however, in the 1970s, Richard Nixon declared that the US dollar is no longer backed by gold. And from that point onward, it could be created freely by the Federal Reserve. During my research, I wasn't able to find any countries these days that back their currency with gold, with the exception of Mongolia, and they only partially back their currency with gold. So the pros of fiat currency, as it's called, is that it's very portable, it's durable, it's recognizable, it's divisible, but it's not scarce, which means that the value of fiat is consistently getting lower over time. As the past 2 years, as the world has been dealing with C-19, a lot of money has been printed, and now we're slowly seeing gas prices go up, the price of goods go up, and many people link the real estate price inflation to the inflation of our currency. In other words, the currency that we're all using is getting weaker and weaker right before our eyes. So what does this mean for someone who has 100,000 US dollars in their bank account and is saving for retirement? It doesn't look good. So going along this idea of inflation, we can see many countries, both in history and in the present, suffering from it. Just look at both Zimbabwe and Venezuela. Inflation robs the common people of their savings as long as they keep that savings in cash or fiat. So enter Bitcoin. Bitcoin satisfies all 5 requirements of a good currency. It's divisible. 1 Bitcoin can be divided into 100 million Satoshis. And if there ever becomes a point where we need to divide this even further, that technology can be implemented pretty easily. Recognizability. It's very easy for you to recognize a real Bitcoin. Due to the nature of Bitcoin, all the Bitcoin are on the blockchain. You can think of it like being able to recognize another Instagram account while you're on Instagram. The same way it's impossible to view a fake Instagram account through Instagram, it is impossible to receive a fake Bitcoin on the Bitcoin blockchain. Portability. All you need is a smartphone and the internet. Someone from Brazil can send Bitcoin to someone in Japan in less than a minute. And of course, scarcity. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin, ever, in existence. It cannot be inflated. Also, Bitcoin is decentralized. There is no central power or government controlling it. So why do we need decentralization? I believe that no human being on this earth, including myself, can resist the temptation of absolute power. If I controlled the money production in the world, why wouldn't I just create more money and give it to myself secretly? Or create money and give it to a failing company that I deem worthy of saving? I don't believe any human being can resist this temptation. Therefore, we need decentralization to save ourselves from ourselves. So what is the vision for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for the future? It's the perfect solution for small countries that need a stable currency. It's the perfect way for a farmer in South America to store his or her hard-earned wealth. It's the perfect way to save up for retirement. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency provides peace of mind via financial security. If you're secure about your future finances, you can relax and enjoy the present moment. Of course, nothing is without risk, and Bitcoin's biggest risk is volatility, especially in the short term. But at least now you understand the significance of Bitcoin. It's more than just an investment to flip and make a quick buck. This is not financial advice, but I really do believe that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general will succeed. As Elon Musk said in an interview, it is not possible to destroy crypto, but it is possible for governments to slow it down. So you might be asking, how do I buy in and time the market? Don't try to predict the market. Nobody can predict the market. Just buy a little bit every now and again and hold. That's all you need to do. Just put in $100 to $500 in every month if you can afford it. Only put in money that you don't need to survive for the next 3 months. If Bitcoin goes down temporarily, don't panic. Just hold. Just put in a little bit every month, and sooner or later, you're going to start to have a pretty nice savings. The last thing I want to say is that there are many countries now adopting Bitcoin. El Salvador now recognizes Bitcoin as legal tender. India, Pakistan, Ukraine, and the US are also embracing Bitcoin in a very big way. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm Sean, and this is Crypto Society. Let me know what other videos you want to see related to crypto. Do your research, make a plan, and good luck. See you next time. Bye.